know you guys obviously want to take care of your own games and win everything ahead of you, but how much do you allow yourself to scoreboard watch and to look at certain games and knowing how they're going to affect you in the standings?
I think we're all watching, if we're being honest. We're watching other teams. But like you said, the important part for us is to do what we're supposed to do. And we sort of control our own destiny with that. And nothing should really change in our approach. We take it game by game, and that's a cliche, but that's really what we need to do.
You've got games against the Spurs, the Lakers, the Blazers, left. How do you make sure to put the same emphasis on those games and not try to let your guys know? I'm sure they know, hey, if we get this one, it's a tiebreaker, it's a game up. This could be worth a full game. How do you kind of make sure they stay on they keep the game the same way?
Playing against, like you said, San Antonio, Portland, LA, all teams that are sort of in the same hunt for, 9, 10, what have you. Those are good games for us. We want to prepare like we do for every team, but there will be some emphasis on the fact that we could possibly play one of these teams at the end of the season. So just doing our preparation work, making sure that we're locked into the details, and then going out and executing the game plan.
How much do you look at that last game against San Antonio and usually you saw the film there going into this one?
Well, we're looking at it now. It's playing up in our facility. We're looking at some of the things we did well, some areas that we need to improve on, but that'll be a good game for us. And we have to make some adjustments defensively, and the key for us is being consistent with our game plan discipline on defense, and we haven't been the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, and as far as Brandon goes, was he able to practice today?
No, he wasn't.
Do you know yet about tomorrow, one way or the other?
I don't, unfortunately.
I was asking CJ about in the last game there was a situation where there was a technical foul on the other team and Herb shot the free throw. We know that if there's one guy that's the best free throw shooter, it's Given if he shoots it. But how is the decision made if there's multiple guys that have around the same success rate percentage of free throws?
It comes down to those guys who's feeling it at the free throw line. Maybe Herb is playing well, but usually it's whoever has the highest free throw percentage. You want them shooting that shot.
What does it say about him that he's made the strides to the point where he can shoot a technical free throw and no one thinks anything of it?
It's a credit to the work that Herb is putting in. He's here every day, one of the first guys here, working with Fred Vincent on his shot every practice, every shoot around, and he's improving.
How uncommon is it to see somebody make the jump that he's made to go from 60% in college to 80+% now?
We're thankful. I don't know how uncommon it is or common, but we're thankful that we have a young guy like that understands and have the awareness to know this is something I need to work on, and he's doing it every day.
Coach, I know we ask about this all the time. I apologize for belaboring the point, but is the big fella any closer to 5-on-5 or anything like that from which you can see?
At this point, we just don't have a further update on if he's getting closer to 5-on-5. Right now, it's about him allowing his healing to happen and to be diligent about that process before he can get on the court and do any of those things that may come in the future. Just making sure everything is right with his foot before he can. And I don't have any other updates other than that.
Is he telling you anything, or you guys have that conversation at all? Or?
It's really a conversation for our medical team. They decide, the medical team working with Z and his group, they decide on when that happens. But, it's really about the healing process. If he's healed and that's a decision that the medical team makes, then he'll be there. Until then, we are where we are.
Coach, got to ask you about the NCAA tournament. You fill out a bracket, and who's your favorite?
I did fill out a bracket, but I won't tell you guys who I picked.